In We Take Our Chili very serious news, New Mexico chili is at the center of New York lawsuit because maybe the peppers aren't from New Mexico. We take our chili very, very seriously over here. As a Texan, I understand as well. We got to take that chili seriously. And if we're going to say it's New Mexico chili, damn it, it better be New Mexico chili. Where's that salsa made? New York City. All right, so let's learn a little bit more about the New Mexico chilies and where they're really from. Where peppers are grown matters, according to this new lawsuit in New York. Just like Idaho potatoes or Florida oranges, New Mexico chili means New Mexico grown and processed packed chili peppers, says the attorney. It's really not complicated. We are very serious about the chili. The class action lawsuit filed Monday alleges that Florida-based Batica Spices deceives customers by selling fraudulently labeled packages of New Mexico chili. The packages appear to include small dried peppers and clearly say New Mexico on the label. The lawsuit notes the indigenous style artwork on the packaging could also be seen as an indicia of where it's from and false advertising. Here apparently are the peppers in question. Badia, New Mexico chili. There are some chilies. We say they're New Mexican, but are they? Dun, dun, dun. While not directly referenced in the lawsuit, some New Mexicans argue the most egregious error is the spelling of the word chili. We are not happy with that. We spelled it C-H-I-L-I when it should have been C-H-I-L-E because we're referring to the pepper, not the food. Despite the clear label, product information on the company's website reveals the peppers come from Mexico, not New Mexico. Dun, dun, dun. You know, there was a famous series of articles. I think it was in Reader's Digest called Our Forgotten State, which was all about New Mexico. And maybe it's still going because people confuse New Mexico for Mexico all the time. And there's a reason, if you ever see a New Mexico license plate, it says New Mexico, USA. There's a reason it says New Mexico, USA on their license plates, because people think New Mexico is part of Mexico. It's only been a state for the last 100 years, and people are still making this mistake. New Mexico is part of the United States. It's a state, people. I know it has the word Mexico in it, but it's not part of Mexico. Also, spoiler alert, New England is not part of the country of England. Wow. This case is based upon a regular person, referencing the woman featured in the lawsuit. The person goes to the supermarket and they see a product called New Mexico chili peppers, and they would think New Mexico. The lawsuit says the woman bought them, believing them to be from New Mexico. It's not clear how the woman learned they weren't authentic, but the suit says they paid $6.99 for the 6-ounce bag. The New Mexico chili peppers were still on sale on the company's website for similar prices. It's not fair to consumers and not fair to New Mexican chili farmers and growers of generations who have seen their business withers, unfortunately, because of excess imports from other countries. Although, pull an average American off the street and they might think that New Mexico is part of Mexico because they've only been making this mistake for the last 100 years. It literally says New Mexico, USA on their driver's licenses. Sometimes even immigration screws this up. It's like, why don't you have a passport? Sheehan believes the packaging is unfair, using the prestigious New Mexican reputation to sell these inferior Mexican peppers. The lawsuit alleges it violates consumer protection law to shield from fraudulent advertising. I mean, it does say New Mexico in pretty bold letters. I am feeling the rage all the way over here. Yeah. Also, New York, not part of York. Also, New Hampshire, not part of Hampshire. Deep thoughts. The lawsuit is demanding that the company pay more than $5 million. They say the amount is based on likely sales of peppers and damages. It's not clear how many stores are selling these godforsaken, misleading peppers. These cases, like the particular case, are only the way consumers can say that this shouldn't happen. I am feeling the rage. The New Mexican Chili Association, which apparently exists, says that fraudulent labeled chilies are a major issue for the chili industry. So we are very, very serious about protecting the New Mexican born chili. As the marketing and brand of New Mexican chili has grown, we've seen this problem grown exponentially, says the executive director of the agency or the association. It's significantly cheaper for businesses to purchase chili out of Mexico because it's less cost and then turn around and slap the name New Mexico on it. How very much dare they? How very much dare they? The guy who works for the association says the products are sold at equal or higher prices than authentic peppers. He says those profits should be coming back to the farmers of New Mexico. New Mexican state lawmakers passed the Green Chili Advertising Act in 2011 to combat this issue. So the New Mexican government, straight to the fire, said, damn it, we want to make sure these chilies are New Mexican. The guy who fronts the association says the law inspired New Mexico certified chili trademark, which identifies products made with authentic New Mexican chilies. The guy believes federal law may be needed to combat this because of how much this is going on. This is great. We're hopeful in the near future some sort of legislation to protect the New Mexican chili will come into light. New Mexican is a regional name, damn it. It's like champagne. It has to come from Champagne if you want to call it Champagne. It has to come from New Mexico if you want to call it New Mexico. In the short term, we're asking consumers to help us by looking for that special New Mexican certified trademark. Thus, that brings us to the end of the case of the New Mexican chili. And although I am a Texan, I share my brother state's outrage at this. This is completely unacceptable. We can't have the misleading chilies. That is an abomination. If I want my chilies from New Mexico, damn it, they better be from New Mexico. And the fact that this company over here is selling me peppers from Mexico instead of New Mexico, for shame, sir, for shame. It's like a cattle rustler. You're an enemy to the people. That is how bad you are. Hostis humani generis. You're an enemy to the people of all mankind. Universal jurisdiction because of your outrage. That's where I'm at on this. How about you? And that, for the moment, brings us to the end of discussion of this story.